Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day. Has had a good day so far. No video yesterday. It was a small 2-game slate and I really didn't find anything I liked. So there was no video, but today or tomorrow, whenever you're watching this for Tuesday slate, it's a pretty decent sized slate. There's Premier League games, I believe, Bundesliga games, Serie A games. There's plenty of games. I went through the videos a little later than I usually would post, but that's just, I had work and I still wanted to make a video, so this video is a little later than usual. But most of these games are later than usual. Sometimes these games, most of them are like at 9 a.m, but I'm pretty sure most of these start at around like 1:30 p.m or something like that. Maybe one might be at 10:30, so there's still plenty of time to get through these picks. If I have any other plays, as always, they will be in the pinned comment in this video. Could be later tonight, could be tomorrow after the lines go out, but I'll just get straight into the picks. And the first pick is Lucas Paqueta to 101.5 shots on underdog, playing at home for West Ham, going up against Fulham. He's averaging 1.76 shots per 90 so far this season. I like this line. First of all, this is usually where his line is at. But second of all, I like this line because Bowen is out injured. He's played his last 2 games without Bowen, and he's gone over this prop in both of those games. He went over with 3 away from home against Manchester City, who allowed the least amount of shots in the league. And then he went over with 3 in the EFL Cup against Aston Villa, who allowed the 6th least shots. And again, both of these were away from home. And now he's playing at home, so an even better environment, going up against Fulham, who are tied also like Villa for the 6th least shots. So I'm not worried about the matchup at all. Fulham, first of all, can't defend long shots and tend to foul in dangerous areas and give away a lot of fouls and free kicks and stuff like that. And I mentioned that because, first of all, Paqueta is a long shot taker. He will take those long shots. He's taking 17 from inside the box and 10 from outside the box. And now with Bowen out, he becomes a set piece taker. So if they get a penalty or if they get a free kick, he will be the one taking them. So that's good for us. And I like that, especially against Fulham. I believe in the game against Man City, one of his 3 shots was from a free kick, so he will take those free kicks as well. And last season, he played Fulham at home, and in that game, Bowen happened to be out of that game. And when when Bowen wasn't there against Fulham, he went over this prop with 3. So I like this line. I believe PrizePicks has it at 2. You can still take it there because the worst that can happen is a push, but I wouldn't have like this line. So like Lucas Paqueta could do a higher than 1.5 shots. And the second prop that I found that I like, we took him last time and he came through, and I like him again. This line is still there, and that's Timon Weiner to go lower than 4.5 saves, playing at home for Kiel, going up against Dortmund. You might think the line is like this because it's Dortmund, but I'll explain why that doesn't affect it at all, in my opinion at least. He's gone under in the last 10 out of 10 games straight so far, and he's gone under this prop in his last out of 16 games this season. He's gone under in 12, and 4 of those games that he's gone over were in the beginning of the season. And even when he played at home, the only games he went over was against Bayern Munich, who allowed the most saves to opposing keepers, and Frankfurt, who allowed the 6th most saves. While Dortmund, while they are a good team, most of y'all will be surprised they actually allowed the 7th least amount of saves at only 2.8. We need him to not get 5, and Dortmund averaged 3 against opposing keepers. First of all, also I like the fact that Dortmund are playing away. Not so much that Kiel's playing at home. Yeah, the defense is a little better, but more that Dortmund's playing away because their shots on target dropped from 5.4 at home all the way down to 3.3 when they play away from home. So they might not even manage to get those 5 shots on target anyways. So obviously that's good for us. And if you look at Dortmund's games in which they've played away, opposing keepers across all competitions, cup games, league games, Champions League games, all the games that they've played away from home, opposing keepers have hit this mark in 83% of games. 10 out of 12 games that they've played away, opposing keepers have gone under this mark. And Weiner himself saves 56.8% of the shots on target he faces. So that's below average. So even if Dortmund managed to get these 5 shots on target, I expect 1 or 2 to go in, because even though they don't take a lot of shots on target, they're a really, really clinical side. They have scored 1.9 goals on average from 4.5 shots on target. That's a 42% conversion hit rate. On average, teams convert around 30 to 33%. They convert 42%, and that's a really high conversion rate. So again, they don't even average 5 shots on target. Even if they manage it, at least 1 or 2 of them will go in. And I think 4.5 is just too high of a line. So I like this. I like Timon Weiner to go lower than 4.5 saves. Before I get into the money line, if you guys please could like the video, I really would appreciate that, and comment as well. It helps boost the video out to more people, whether it's voicing your support, asking the question about a line or anything like that. I really do appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you're interested in getting these videos out earlier than usual, I actually have that available for those that want to become members. Again, you get the videos out early before they go out public because these lines do tend to get bumped and taken away, and it's a great way to support the channel. That's the only form of quote-unquote premium that I have. I don't have any picks, but if you do want them earlier, I do have that available. And then any pictures that you see on the screen are from a dead app called Outlier. You get a 7-day free trial if you use my code, linked in the description as well. Same with all my player prop apps, Underdog, PrizePicks, my moneylines, Fliff, all that linked in the description. I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. But going into the money lines, I have two that I like, and the first one is actually the Manchester City money line going up against Brentford for -175. This hasn't been City's best season, and a lot of you guys that watch soccer know this, but they're building up momentum. They've won their last 3 straight, and after a good morale boost, after an 8-0 win to Salford, and even then they didn't use obviously a lot of their starters. They did great. All they need to do is outscore Brentford, because Brentford might be able to score 1, but Manchester City can easily score 2 or 3. They've been scoring a lot of goals lately, so I expect them to. In the last 3 games that I've said that they've won, they scored 2, 4, and obviously the 8 goals against Salzburg. They played earlier this season, beat them 2-1, and they went over this prop in both games last season against them. So this season and last season, they played them 3 times, beat them in all 3 games, and they have seemed to play good against Brentford, which is what I like. Brentford actually started the season at home undefeated, which you might think is scary, but they've actually lost their last 3 home games straight, 2 of them in the Prem, and then just recently, a couple of days ago, they lost at home to Plymouth. They even had to sub in their 2 main starters, Wissa and Mbembo, and played the last 20 to 25 minutes of the game, and they still weren't able to score. So even then, they're not completely fresh, and they struggled at home in the last 3 games in general. So Man City's been playing great. Brentford have actually been the opposite, which is what I like. Brentford, anyway, still allowed the 2nd most shots in the league at 17.8. And against Manchester City, who's building momentum, that's very, very dangerous. Allowing that amount of shots against a team like them. They can't defend the wings. And Manchester City have players like Savinho, Doku, or Foden, whichever one of the 2 out of the 3 start, who will take advantage of that threat. So in general, it's just Manchester City, who's obviously still a good team in good form against Brentford, that started off great, but recently have been falling off bad. They've done great against them before this season and last season, so I like this for them. I like Manchester City money line for -175 going up against Brentford. And the next one is day 2 of the ladder challenge, and I have Leverkusen to go higher than 1.5 goals, playing up against Mainz for -255. They've gone over in the last 6 league games straight, which obviously means they're in good form. They scored 22 goals in 8 games at home, so they average 2.75 goals. They average almost 3 goals a game. We need them to score 2. Mainz have conceded 10 goals in 7 away games, which isn't great. Obviously, they've actually conceded over a goal a game. We just need them to score that 2nd goal. They hit this prop in the last 2 games last season when they played them twice last season. Went over that prop then, and even the season before that, hit that prop in both of those games. So that's 4 games straight going back to the prior 2 seasons. They've hit this mark against Mainz. Mainz are in good form, which you might think is actually bad, but in my opinion, I think is good for Leverkusen because they won't take them lightly, like if they would a smaller team, in which they might sub out some players and play some of their bench players. But because Mainz is in good form, I expect them to play their full-strength squad, not take them lightly, and play hard. And if Leverkusen play hard, they will score those goals. Mainz still allow a lot of shots away. The defensive gap when they play at home to away is big. They only allow 11 shots at home, but that plummets all the way down to 19.6 when they play away from home. And that's just dangerous for a team like Leverkusen. If you give them those opportunities, they will score those goals. Mainz, first of all, don't play possession and can't defend set pieces, which is 2 of Leverkusen's biggest strengths. They love to play possession. That just gives more opportunities for them to score. And they're great at attacking those set pieces. And if Mainz can't defend them and can't hold the ball, I expect Leverkusen to score these goals. I can easily see them scoring 3, maybe even 4. We just need them to score 2. Mainz could score a goal, and even if they don't, Leverkusen won't settle for a 1-0 win. I think it's going to be too much for Mainz to handle, and at home I love this prop for Leverkusen, so I like higher than 1.5 goals for Leverkusen going up against Mainz for -255 for day 2 of the ladder challenge. Thank you everybody for watching. Quickly going over last video's picks. We had a fantastic day, swept the whole day, had 4 YouTube plays, all of them hit. Money lines, day one, obviously the ladder challenge hit. PSG first half money line, they won 2-0, that was sweat free. Southampton versus Swansea at -140, they beat them, scored 3 goals. Again, another sweat free one, 2-0 money lines, and then went 2-0 when it came to the player props. McKenna, 104.5 clearances, he hit that by halftime, and then with 10, another sweat free one. And then Doye, not as sweat free, he had 1 at halftime, but still came through, and I believe he took 3 shots when it came to him. So we had a great day, and hopefully we can carry on that really great momentum, great day going into tomorrow's slate or today's slate when you're watching this for Tuesday's game. Like I mentioned, if I have any added plays, they will be in the pinned comment later tonight or tomorrow. And then for those that don't know, not a premium, a free Discord linked in the description for those that just want to talk about plays, their own plays, other sports, good community I'm trying to build. Link for that in the description as well, completely free. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.